Mr. President, I rise today to talk about the Veterans Choice Program and the challenges some of Indiana's veterans are experiencing with its implementation. Our veterans have served our country and have sacrificed for our country every day. Some come home bearing physical or mental wounds. Some bear both. Serving also means being away from their families, who also sacrifice for us. Veterans have missed their sons or daughters' first words, first steps, birthdays, Little League games, holidays, and many other life milestones that we all treasure. When our vets first come home, they're met with the many challenges of settling back into everyday life, which can include things like stress from finances to reconnecting with your wife or husband and your sons or daughters. And some, as mentioned, must deal with the physical and the mental wounds of war. All our vets should be able to have the peace of mind that they'll be able to have a good-paying job and access to quality health care. Our veterans should not be burdened with wondering if or when they will be able to schedule a medical appointment. While we can never fully repay our vets or their families for their service and sacrifice, our country has a sacred responsibility to honor our veterans and to take care of them. Serving our veterans and making sure they receive the best care possible, whether for physical ailments or for mental health challenges, is something I take very seriously. We are committed to ensuring each and every one of them has access to quality care and the full range of benefits they have earned by their service. Following gross mismanagement and misconduct at several VA medical centers nationally, in 2014, Congress passed the bipartisan Veterans Access, Choice, and Accountability Act that was signed into law. The law established the Veterans Choice Program to help address the inadequate access to care that our vets were facing. The program is designed to enable veterans who can't see a VA doctor within 30 days or who live more than 40 miles from a VA facility to access a local non-VA provider using a Veterans Choice card. Unfortunately, there are repeated examples of the Veterans Choice Program coming up short. It is our responsibility as legislators to review, to follow up, and to ask questions about this program we helped put in place to make sure it's working correctly and efficiently. I stand here today to tell you that some Indiana veterans are experiencing problems with the Choice Program, and we must work to address these issues and to solve them. There are 2 third-party vendors contracted to help the VA implement the Choice Program around the country and in Indiana: HealthNet Federal Services, which covers most of our state, and TriWest, which extends into parts of southern Indiana. Instead of making Choice Program appointments directly with local hospitals, veterans must use HealthNet Federal or TriWest. In recent weeks, our office has heard from Indiana veterans who are experiencing long wait times of up to 90 minutes on the phone and disconnected calls when they contact HealthNet. I'd like to share the stories of some of these veterans and the struggles they have dealt with. Vietnam vet Daniel Weiss from Marion, Indiana, had eye surgery through the Veterans Choice Program and had been told by HealthNet that his post-operation appointments would also be covered. When he was at the eye doctor's for his follow-up appointment, he learned that HealthNet Federal Services had not sent over his paperwork. This meant instead of being covered by the Choice Program, Dan would have to pay out of his own pocket. Dan contacted our office while at the doctor seeking help. Our case manager called HealthNet only to be put on hold for 21 minutes before speaking to a supervisor. The company could not provide immediate answers, but called back our staff a few hours later and said Dan's paperwork had not been approved. We continue to work with Dan to get answers to end this problem. Veteran Robert Trowbridge from South Bend had surgery on his ankle almost 6 months ago and had yet to be scheduled for his post-op physical therapy. He called HealthNet many times and was put on hold for 30 to 40 minutes each time he called. When he was able to reach a rep, he was told repeatedly that his paperwork was sent to be approved, only to find out 4 months later that there was a problem. He was later informed his Social Security number was not attached to his file. Frustrated, Robert contacted our office for assistance. Our staff experienced firsthand the frustrations and inadequate customer service some of our vets, like Robert, face. One of our case managers called HealthNet, and it took 23 minutes into the conversation with a representative before the customer service rep even asked for the veteran's name. After calls with a representative, then a supervisor, and then a manager from HealthNet, we were finally able to work with the manager to resolve the issue for Robert. What our veterans are going through to schedule appointments and access their benefits through the Choice Program is completely unacceptable. Our office continues working to assist vets experiencing difficulties, and I have called on HealthNet Federal Services to get answers. We need to get to the bottom of this problem, and we need to ensure all Hoosier veterans and all American veterans and their families receive the timely and the quality care they deserve. I will work nonstop to end this problem, and our office will continue to work nonstop to make sure we get to the bottom of the problems that our Hoosier veterans are having with the Veterans Choice Program. They gave too much to this country to be treated this way. We will solve these problems for Hoosier veterans and for every American veteran. Mr. President, I yield back.